911. What is your emergency? He stole my car. Well, he didn't steal it. He kidnapped it. He built a cage around it. We live in a world of unwritten rules. You don't skip the line at the grocery store. You don't talk on the speakerphone in a crowded elevator. And you definitely, absolutely, do not park your $300,000 Italian supercar in a stranger's driveway just because you don't want to pay for parking. Most of the time, when people break these rules, they get away with it. They bank on the fact that you're too nice or too busy to do anything about it. But last Saturday, a tech entrepreneur named Tyler parked his Ferrari in the wrong driveway. He parked at the home of Stan, a 65-year-old retired industrial welder who had a garage full of scrap steel, a free afternoon, and a zero-tolerance policy for disrespect. This isn't just a story about bad parking. This is the story of a legal loophole, 400 pounds of steel, and the most expensive parking ticket in history. Let's rewind. It was 1 p.m. on a Sunday. The city was hosting the playoff game. The stadium was sold out, which meant parking was a war zone. People were paying $100 just to park on front lawns 3 miles away. Enter Tyler. Tyler is the kind of guy who thinks waiting is for other people. He was driving a Rosso Corsa Ferrari 488. Beautiful car. Ugly attitude. He had a VIP box to get to, and he was running late. He saw the gridlock near the official lots and decided to improvise. He spotted Stan's house. Stan lives on a corner lot, prime real estate for game day. But Stan doesn't sell parking. He likes his peace and quiet. Tyler didn't care. He pulled that low-slung Italian masterpiece right onto Stan's property, effectively blocking the exit for Stan's own pickup truck. Stan walked out. He didn't yell. He just waved his hand. He said, "Hey, son, you can't leave that here. I'm heading out in about an hour." Now, this was the moment. This was the off-ramp. Tyler could have apologized. He could have moved. Instead, Tyler laughed. He looked Stan up and down, saw the dirty overalls, and assumed Stan was a nobody. Tyler dropped a $20 bill in the dirt near Stan's work boots. He said, and I quote, "That buys the spot until the fourth quarter. Keep the change, old man, and don't touch the car. If I see a single fingerprint on the paint, my lawyers will take your house." Stan stood there for a moment. The threat didn't scare him. It inspired him. Don't touch the car. That was the specific instruction. Stan smiled. He knew the law. He knew that as long as he didn't damage the vehicle or move it, he wasn't technically liable for damages. But Stan was also a craftsman. For 40 years, he welded high-pressure pipelines and structural beams for skyscrapers. He looked at his watch. Kickoff was in 20 minutes. The game lasted 3 hours. He had time. Stan called his buddies, Mike and Big Dave. They arrived 10 minutes later, not with tow trucks, but with a flatbed full of 4-inch heavy-gauge steel bollards and panels of industrial chain link fencing. They went to work, and I want you to understand the precision here. This wasn't a pile of junk thrown together. This was a master class in fabrication. They placed heavy steel plates on the driveway stand's driveway surrounding the Ferrari. Then, they welded the vertical posts to those plates. The steel was thick enough to stop a truck. They measured exactly 2 inches of clearance from the Ferrari's bumpers. 2 inches from the mirrors, they worked in a circle, sealing the car in. Stan was meticulous. He made sure not a single spark landed on the paint. He used welding blankets to protect the client's property. By halftime, the job was done. The Ferrari sat in a custom-made, heavy-duty steel cage. There was no gate, no padlock to pick. The only way in or out was with an angle grinder. Stan and his buddies set up lawn chairs on the porch, cracked open a cold beer, and turned on the radio to listen to the end of the game. The game ended. The home team won. Tyler came strutting back down the street, ready to hop in his supercar and speed off to a post-game party. He turned into the driveway and stopped. He couldn't process what he was seeing. His $300,000 car was in jail. He ran around the perimeter, looking for a latch. He looked for a lock. He found nothing. He saw Stan on the porch, sipping his drink. What the hell is this? Open this gate right now. Are you insane? Gate? There's no gate, son. That's a security perimeter. You said not to touch your car. I didn't touch it. I just secured my property around it. Tyler lost his mind. He started kicking the fence, which hurt his foot more than the steel. He screamed. He threatened. He pulled out his phone and dialed 911. I'm being held hostage. My property is stolen. When the police arrived, Tyler thought he had one. He ran to the officer, waving his arms, accusing Stan of grand theft auto, kidnapping, and destruction of property. The officer inspected the scene. He walked around the cage. He looked closely at the paint. He turned to Tyler. Sir, is there any damage to your vehicle? Did he touch it? Well, no, but he trapped it. You have to arrest him. Sir, this car is parked on private property. The homeowner has a right to build a fence on his land. As long as he didn't damage your car, this isn't a criminal matter. This is a civil dispute. I can't force him to cut down his own fence. The officer got back in his car and left. Tyler was alone. The tow trucks were all busy at the stadium. He couldn't lift the car out. He couldn't drive through the steel. He looked at Stan. Stan didn't say a word. He just picked up his angle grinder and set it on the table. But he didn't plug it in. Tyler realized he had no leverage. The lawyers were closed on Sunday. If he wanted his car back tonight, he had to play by Stan's rules. He asked Stan what it would cost to remove the security perimeter. Well, it's Sunday. Emergency labor rates apply, hazardous materials fee. Plus the cost of the steel. I'd say the demolition fee is $3,000. Cash. Tyler paid. Stan counted every bill? Then, and only then, did he plug in the grinder. It took 10 minutes to cut the Ferrari free. Tyler didn't say a word. He got in his car and peeled out of there so fast he almost hit the mailbox. Stan and his friends made $1,000 each for an afternoon of welding. And Tyler, he learned that while money can buy a Ferrari, it can't buy manners. And sometimes the toughest prisons are the ones you park yourself into. Thanks for watching, and remember to subscribe for more stories like this.